Hello, everyone. This is my part B to the previous video on how to submit your project proposal. I showed you how to open it and how does the interface look like. Now you might face the situation that you want to return to your project proposal and you want to either add data or you would like to update something or you would like to resubmit if you submitted before. At this moment, as you see, I am already logged into the Funding and Tender Opportunities portal. This time, we are no longer interested in this middle section, but we go directly to the offer on the left side of the screen. And I check my proposals because this draft proposal was already open. See my previous video if you are curious or interested how I did it. I click on my proposals. If you remember, I called my previous project test. So here it is, my project that I'm going to submit to the call open for Marie Sklodowska-Curie postdoctoral fellowship project. They tell me it's still in a draft version, its status is draft, and there are 31 days remaining to the deadline, so we still have 1 month to improve our project. What we are interested in is this final button, Actions. If I click on it, they give me two options, either edit my draft or delete the proposal. I'm going to edit. I'm redirected. As I said, we now want to edit something which we didn't fill in before. Let's focus on part A, the administrative form. Well, I tried to fill as much as possible, but still, it would have to be almost the whole proposal to be able to submit it. So I'm not going to submit today, but I will just show you how to add information to part A, how to add your supervisor or any kind of other person that is going to either read your project proposal or update any information inside, because you don't have to be alone on this work, and how to get rid of my former versions of project proposal and how to upload a new one. If I want to update my part A, I use this section and I edit my forms. Again, I'm a bit redirected to the different environment. The most important part in which is the table of contents, because that's kind of route from which you direct your activities further. So first of all, as you see, I can add my general information, I can add information on participants, I can add my budget and so on. I think from this table, the only thing probably we should focus on is budget, because everything is going to be filled in for you just based on your situation. So either you have family and you are eligible for family allowance. If I am eligible, I just, after selecting the proper option, I select the duration of my fellowship, because this is European fellowship. The maximum length is 24 months. Then I select the country where I am going to spend my fellowship. So let's choose, for example, Netherlands. And based on the country and the number of months and the fact that I am eligible for family allowance, they count all the budget. So as you see, if I am eligible for family allowance, I will get total amount of 200, almost more than 200,000 euros for my fellowship. Important thing is that this money in the section contributions for recruited researcher is money that is going to be paid to you. This is your salary, and this is going to be allowance that you will get as a bonus to your salary to provide for your accommodation and additional travel costs. And this is amount you will get in 2 years for supporting your family, being with you at the host country. This money here in the institutional contributions, this is actual money that you have for your research. This amount of 24,000 is very clear. This is directly expected that the host institution will use for the benefit of your research. But the question always arises in relation to management and indirect costs, because this money are really for the management and any other costs the hosting institution might have in relation to hosting you. So you should always have a discussion how this money is going to be distributed and whether you can count on this money in the planning of your project proposal. Again, it is important to imagine that you plan your research and you estimate how much money you will need for your research, but you need to bear in mind that this is the maximum amount you can get. Well, so this would be all about part A. You can always return to the table of contents. At this moment, I can edit absolutely anything, but I still haven't saved my form. Be careful when you do this. Do the validation first. You will get a report of all what is missing. In my case, a lot is missing. And before I leave, I just save form and go away. Probably I will get some kind of report that there are problems with saving. We will see. If I'm finished, I go further. I exit my form because I saved it. I could print preview. That will really look like PDFs. But I promised to do two more things. How to update my part B1 and part B2. Very simple. You just delete the previous file and upload the new one. So I delete it, ready. And I'm going to upload a new file. Part B1. Again, that's my testing one with 13 pages. So again, a report, well, too long, be careful, don't submit this. I can do the same with my part B. I delete it and I upload a new one. Part B. And I'm done. I just successfully updated my project proposal. If part A was already filled in, I could now submit. Well, I can try it, but you will see no chance because there are lots of problems with my part A. The third thing I promised to this video was how to add my supervisor if I didn't do it in the first step. I have to return to the participants list. It's the button here. If you try to do it on this kind of like linear scale, you can't return. As you see, I can click as much as I wish, but nothing happens. So I have to scroll down. I have to click on back to participants list. And as you see, I was already playing with it. So I already added researcher and I added supervisor, but it works very simple. I just add the contact. I select the role. The role may be either supervisor or a contact person. Why we can't add researcher? Because researcher is already there. So I can add another contact person. I can choose what kind of access rights I'm going to give to that person. It might be just a team member who is willing to read my project proposal. So I select a team member and he is allowed only to read, not to add anything to my project. And then, of course, you add the name and so on, which we are not going to do at the moment. So, and this is the way how you add any kind of contact person. So in case you have people from the host institution, from the project department who are going to fill in the part A for you, well, here is the space where you can let them go inside and do the work for you. Well, this is all from me for today. Thank you very much for your kind attention today, and hear you the next time. Bye.